their own zone, trying to establish possession. Quickly pushes it upfield to East, but back again.
Because at the football game earlier, and it was a steady rain. Hopefully, it dies down here, so we can get some clean soccer.
Then an early whistle as I was deflected out or headed out by Chris Weaver by York. Now Salisbury, teams are trying to jostle for possession and momentum of this game. As Weaver now pushes outside the box. It's all wondering what physicality causes a whistle and what doesn't, as it's been very physical. And Chris towards midfield, and Cornish now controls it for Salisbury up to Tanner East. Just to throws in up towards midfield, but taken away. And now Chris Weaver, and now Salisbury resets their offense and is pushing it upfield.
Nice footwork there by Perry, and he tries to set it up, getting it back to McNeil.
Who now centers it on that far side. That side McNeil wanted
The boost that Salisbury needs,
Exactly, as McNeil centers it now on that far side.
As McNeil tries to rush quickly to the ball.
And he with the York defender. Now centered past the Cornish. And slide tackle with Matt Green. Handball.
Second goal of the game.
As Salisbury now controls it off of that goal kick. Past Doherty, but McNeil now controls it for Salisbury. Pushes it upfield for take the free kick. As now Humphrey pushes it up towards midfield. Centers at York.
Yeah, nice slide tackle attempt, and Salisbury had a goal wiped away.
Early, that was on first 15 minutes of the game. As Matt Green throws it in. No, excuse me, as McNeil comes over to help him out.
No harm, no foul.
And just to update you guys on the time, there is 1 minute left as there's physical contact, and the officials aren't letting anything go.
Second half with the ball.
Yep, and they push it upfield. And Salisbury's there to deflect it, send it. Throw it in down that far sideline, headed and controlled by Salisbury.
Yeah, cooler heads need to prevail for both teams. You cannot.
As now Salisbury looks to boot it into the box, like from a free kick to Cornish. McNeil or Becker, one of the two. Now Salisbury has it as Cornish wins the header, but slowly taken away by Westbrook, who sends it upfield. As now the ball is back at midfield, but passed up to Cornish at the midfield. As Salisbury's defense has been Weaver's pushing it up towards the box and cleared out. Sink, ever since that red card. Well, second goal really. Or you could even go back to the first goal. They've been out of sync, and that's been huge for Salisbury.
Yeah, second goal was very demoralizing. Because defensively, they played well.
It was more of a slide tackle than anything. He was just sliding to get, kick the ball. And it just seems like, York is trying to flop and even up this game with the Aridi, but can't get there. With some cheers, or, disapproval, but York's now pushing it on that far side.
Try some one-on-ones. So for York, you definitely want to win those one-on-ones on defense and make sure that nobody gets past you.
Trying to center it towards the box and just head it out, and now Aridi for Ariada is tripped, but no call there. And now Matt Green is there to chase it down, but it looks like
actually, I see him on the sidelines here.
So more than likely it was Fowler. But here goes Salisbury now.
Well, it looks like Salisbury's just trying to send a message to number one seed. Potentially.
Yes. And now Salisbury sends it. Now Larry, he thought. But Salisbury now sends the ball in motion back upfield. A little. There's Ford here.
Differentials in the game, right? In the games that they played.
Yeah. So
Historically, yeah.
You know, it seemed like players were just standing around there for a minute.
Yeah, it looked like Tanner East was looking for it.
And now we are about 2 minutes left to play here in the second half. As Salisbury leads 3-1, and the ball is being fought over at midfield, and there was a slide tackle, and it will be a foul. Into the box, is able to find someone kicked out by Salisbury and saved by Staley.